Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel B for BTech. So this is Aditya Prakash and today we are going to learn about the topic of secured computing, that is firewalls, and it is one of the most important topic in secured computing and some of the other subjects too. So first of all we are going to see what is firewall. It acts as a barrier or blockage uh, between the internal network and the outside network. That it Here I have written, it is a network device that isolates organizations internal network from larger outside network, because in the public network, when we are calling to the public network, there is also many frauds are there and anyone can easily authorize the network. So for the security purpose, the organizations, most of the companies that are using firewalls to prevent and to secure their data. So what is it? It can be hardware or software or combined system. Means you can also set up this firewall as a hardware, or else you can also set up this firewall as a software in your organization or your campuses, and that prevents the unauthorized access from the internal network. Means if you are using that firewalls, then from the public place nobody can access to your network. So this is the main purpose of firewall. So there are certain rules that a firewall follows, and based on the certain rules, it allows the traffic or denies the traffic. First one is accept, second one is reject, and third one is drop. So what is accept? When any traffic is coming to that boundary of the firewall, it accepts all the traffic, it allows all the traffic. Second one is reject. When it seems to be act like as a unauthorized access, so it is just reply as unreachable error. Means it is not giving the access to that website or to that app. It is simply reply as unreachable error. Third one is stop. Simply it blocks the traffic with no reply. So based on the three rules it follows, and it gives the access to the user. It depends on the firewall that whether the access is allowable or can be deniable. So this is the structure of a data of a firewall. So here are two computers, that is LAN, that is local area network, and when it is asking access to the authorization from a wider area network, it is having a firewall. Means it is acts like a brick or blockage. Means whatever the permission you are fetching to authorize that access, there will be firewall. It firstly check whether your access will be okay or not, whether you are a correct person to that organization or not, or based on that particular access it allows or it denies the access. Now we'll talk about how firewall works. So based on the set of the rules provided in its table, it matches the rule. Means it is having certain rules that is already given to the, and already the instruction is given to the firewall. Based on the certain rules, it is having a table. It matches first the rule, whether the rule is applicable or not. If the rule is applicable, it simply allows the access to the user, otherwise it denies the access. Means based on the table or the rules provided to the firewall, it acts based on that rules only, and based on the rules it sometimes allow the access, or if the rule is not following, then it denies the access. Now we will talk about the generations of firewall. There are mainly four generations of firewall. First generation of firewall, second generation of firewall, third generation of firewall, and last one is next generation of firewall. So first we will talk about first generation of firewall. It is basically packet filtering firewall. That is, based on the outgoing and incoming packet, it allows the network to pass or stop by the basis of IP address, protocols and ports. Means if every access there is certain packets. Means when we are trying to fetch any data, there is certain packets, and it checks firstly whether the packet is okay or not. If the incoming and outgoing packet is okay for the firewall, means for the set of the instruction that is already given to that firewall, it allows the network to pass. Or if the certain criteria is not matched, or if the packet is not matched, then based on the packet, it stops or it denies the um, network to pass or to fetch the information. So on which basis it works? It on the basis of IP address, protocols and the ports of the website, it denies the access. Or sometimes also when the packet is fulfilling its needs, it is giving the access to the user. So based on the filtering table that I already told, it decides whether the packet will be forwarded or discarded. If the packet is forwarded, means the user is having the access for the website. If the packet denies, then user is not having the access for that particular website. Second one is second generation of firewall. It is basically called as stateful inspection firewalls. Means based on the packet history, means whether in the history already that packet is passed or not. Based on that packet history, it inspect first whether the packet is okay or not. If the packet is okay, then it is forwarded. If it is not okay, then it is discarded. So basically it is the main purpose is inspection based on the previous or historical packets. It checks the access, and then it is finding whether to give the access or to deny the access. Third one is third generation of firewall. It is application layer firewalls. It can inspect and filter the packets on any OSI layer up to the application layer. So it is the combination of both the first and the second generation of firewall. Basis on the first and second generation of firewall works, it acts, means it first inspect and filter all the packets whether it is applicable, and having the chance to allow the user to access the site or not. So basis on that it checks. And the last one is next generation firewalls. That is one of the most important firewall and basically used. These are used to stop modern security breaches like advanced malware attacks and application layer attacks. For the most of the companies which is having the like lot of data and having they are trying to more secure their data, they are using this next generation firewall, because they in the modern time there is too much security breaches are there. So by using of this next generation firewall, the data must be secure, and they are having certain criteria and 4 to 5 labels. After that only the user can access or fetch the data of the organization. So the last in the firewall is types of firewall. There are basically two types of firewall. First one is host based firewall, and second one is network based firewall. So the host based firewall, it is installed on each network node which control each incoming and outgoing packet. It controls all the incoming and outgoing packet to fetch the information and protect each host from attacks and other unauthorized access. And the second one is network based firewall. It functions on network levels only. It filters all incoming and outgoing traffic across the network. Software is installed in it to protect the unauthorized access. In the host base there can be hardware also, but in the network based firewall there is a software that is installed in it, and on that software only the table is provided with all the criteria and rule. Based on that table it checks whether to allow the access or to deny the access. So these are the two types of firewall, basically host based and network based firewall. So this is the information for the firewall, and this is the important concept of secured computing. It will be helpful for the university examination and many of the competitive examinations also. So for the more videos, please update on this channel B for BTech. Thank you so much for watching this video.